Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us on Market Day Report. I'm Christina Loren. Well, nearly a year later, recovery efforts are underway in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria dealt a devastating blow. Joining us now from the AFBF headquarters in Washington is Puerto Rico Farm Bureau Director of Program Development, Jose Lopez. Thank you so much for joining us, Jose, and talk about what brings you to D.C.
Right. Well, thank you for having me. Well, I'm here with the president of Puerto Rico Farm Bureau, Mr. Hector Cordero, at the annual president's meeting. So a perfect opportunity to visit Washington, D.C., talk with the American Farm Bureau, our partners, and also take the chance to walk over to the Hill.
Okay, now recovery efforts are still taking place from Hurricane Maria. Now we are getting very close to the peak of hurricane season once again. Talk about the recovery efforts that are still in place.
Right. Well, hurricane season definitely started about a month ago down in Puerto Rico, and efforts are still on its way. It's barely in the initial stages, if we could say. It's going to take years, maybe just over a decade to get back to where we were before the hurricane. So right now, farmers are getting back on their feet, and good thing, we are just about to have our very first harvest of plantains. So we're getting back on track.
Well, that's great to hear. What challenges are farmers dealing with? You talk about the plantain harvest. Is that looking good so far?
It is. It's better than we thought it would be. But, it's not only plantains. There's other crops that are not in such a good scenario as the plantain farmers are. We're talking about coffee. We're talking about other specialty crop producers that are nowhere near to where they should have been this time of the year, 2018, if the hurricane had not gone through.
It's heartbreaking. We've all seen the images, but it's a much different picture when you're right there, boots on the ground. So you experienced this. What closing message do you want to share with viewers about Puerto Rico and its agriculture industry?
Well, Puerto Rico is a land of opportunities right now in the ag sector. We can produce anything and everything 365 days a year. Our farmers are well equipped, they're well taught, and Puerto Rico has great opportunity to supply products to the United States. There's a long road. We need to also focus on supplying our own food importation. Right now we're importing 85% plus of what Puerto Rican U.S. citizens are consuming. So we can definitely get that taken care of in the next couple of years, and also look into supplying products over to the States, products that are currently being imported from Central and South America.
Okay, well, our thoughts and prayers are with everybody who was impacted by Hurricane Maria. Puerto Rico Farm Bureau Director, Program Development, Jose Lopez, thank you so much for joining us, sharing your perspective.